Okay. Generally, before printing the data, I also add titles to that. So titles are basically characters. No, we are now not going to use the uh, default printing. So say, I would say I3, A5, so A5, A7, 2X, A7. With A, I mean I'm going to write strings of the data. And now I'm going to write here the count X value, and I would say sign value, right? So I'm going to print here 3 strings, right? This is string. So I have provided a format A5. I have provided a format for XVAL, and I have provided a format for writing sign val, right? So that is my intention is to write a title above these data values. CLS, compile. That has been prompted. So even though you are silent, there is a real shouting from your heart. Let me correct the error. So it says in the print statement, the only statement I added after the previous program. So the print statement requires apostrophes, and the format for printing must be enclosed within the apostrophe, right? Modern printing format style. Yes, it has been rightfully compiled as data.exe. So there is no difference in the lower part of the data values, but see what appears above, right? So I count T has not been printed because the format was insufficient. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So XVAL and sign val. So I have created a kind of title for that. Okay, and after that we want 2 spaces to be there, and instead of I5, this I count requires 6. So 6 or 7. It's 7, right? Just to make it more elegant, let me to complete the demonstration. Let me compromise some of the data for printing so that it is easily visible. Compile the program. So see here, I count XVAL, sign val, and 2 additional lines have been emptied by the compiler, right? And now see, there is one thing. So every line, when this statement is repeated, right? So it means it's a new line, right? So print the data, printing data on the same line. Do not go ahead. Stay over there, right? So let's see whether a useful thing is generated or not. My objective is not to generate a useful thing this time. All the data have been printed in one line. It has tried to print that in one line, and from computational point of view, from computer point of view, that has been printed in one line, right? That is the limitation of this screen, right? So in earlier versions of well, up to Fortran 77, the screen sizes were fixed, right? Therefore, people keep the limit of 80 columns in the printing option as well, right? So they reserved the programming style up to 80 columns and printing style up to 80 columns because only the 80 columns were visible on the screen, right? So that is the way we use the printing statements, right? Well, this was not a useful thing to print in one column, right? Sorry, one line. So let's eliminate the dollar sign to have the printing in elegant fashion, right? So recompile and run. So it's all there. So titles and the data. We have written a format for to identify integers, to identify real numbers, and that one. Let me add one example for the E format, right? So instead of this one, let's write here in the format of E 9.2, right? E 9.2. So let's see the decimal point and the rest of the data. Oh, sorry. This is the old version of the program. Sometimes students forget to recompile the data and they see, oh, we have made so many changes in the program, but they are not working for me. So the same mistake I have committed, right? So in programming, our mistakes are common. See the E format, 2 decimal places, right? It is exponential format. So e raised to the power 0, there is plus sign. There is negative sign as well. So very nice example for explaining the format, right?